Exciting news, everybody. I'm sure most of you have heard, but tonight on Nightline and 2020, today's Friday. I don't even know what day it is. It's like Friday the 19th or 20th. Anyway, they're doing a piece on pandas and pans. And we're really excited because it's going to spread a lot of awareness. So make sure you guys watch it and make sure you share this with others to spread more awareness about it. The more awareness that we spread, the more kids are going to be diagnosed and the more doctors are going to realize this is a problem that we need to look into and figure out. And so that's better for all of us. So very exciting, Nightline and 2020. Knez Walker is one of the producers of the show, and I've been in contact with her for the last probably like year and a half because they were going to use Jace's journey on the show, but ended up not using it on this one, but maybe in the future. So anyway, I feel personally connected with the whole show and its development. So very excited to watch it. So while I'm here, I'll just give you a quick update. We had to have Jace's little brother that had his onset, Ashton. We had his tonsils and adenoids out. Like they are literally following parallel lives almost. It's kind of creepy, but they got tubes almost the same exact age. You know, they had their infections almost to the month of each other at that same age, and then had their tonsils and adenoids out almost the exact same age. So I'm hopeful that I know enough about the gut and different things that maybe we won't make some of the same mistakes that we made with Jace, with not realizing that if you're throwing antibiotics at everything, that you also need to be following it with probiotics and a healthy diet and just all these other things that doctors didn't share with me or I didn't know to even look about. That's something that all you new parents that are dealing with pandas and pans and are using antibiotics on a regular basis need to definitely look into, is the microbiome and the gut balance. And if you're throwing antibiotics at these infections to get your child sane, you also need to make sure that you keep their gut healthy by giving them enough probiotics and other things, inulin and other things. So anyway, so we got Ashton's tonsils and adenoids removed, and he's been doing tons better. We've had one flare up since then. We had strep go through our house about a month ago. And since then, he's been doing pretty good. Not like the same Ashton he used to be, but not like terrible. The blinking is stopped and the aggression is stopped. He's just, maybe he is baseline and he's just a 2-year-old. And so he doesn't seem as happy as he used to be, but maybe it's totally normal. Anyway, so Jace is also still just kind of up and down, but we've noticed some big changes in Jace since we've been modifying our diet, and we've almost completely eliminated dairy and gluten. We're taking this slow because it's a hard life change when you already have so much on your plate. So, we're down to minimal amounts of gluten, grains, and dairy. And I can already tell you that, like, not only us, but multiple people have commented on, like, how much he's talking and just putting sentences together. And not only that, but just giving me his opinion on things without being prompted or asked, which is something I haven't seen him do in forever. He'll come up and be like, "Mommy, I like your hair," or, "Oh, I don't like that," or something. Anyway, it's just exciting to see kind of what's going on in his head without trying to force it out of him. So we're seeing improvements, and we're really excited and happy about that. And I'll try to continue to keep you updated. Life is kind of crazy, and I'll tell you just a little bit about myself and why I've taken a step back from Jace's journey for the last year. But I had a lot of health issues myself, found out I have Crohn's disease, and that kind of took over. And a big part of autoimmune and Crohn's is stress. And I think that being completely engulfed in pandas and pans and constantly in Facebook groups and messages and making these videos and talking out loud about it and stuff, it's not like it makes it go away when I don't talk about it or when I take those groups away, but it's less reminders of, pandas and pans and how much it sucks. So I stepped away for a little while, and honestly, it's been so good for me and my health. And it's not like I've given up on Jace, which I have to constantly remind myself because I feel guilty. But yeah, it's been good mentally for me and emotionally to kind of just step back and make this a part of my life, but not like a huge, massive take over my life, part of my life. So I'll do updates, but just not as often. And I'm trying to get my health condition under control. And that's kind of where we're at. We're all just kind of focusing on food and supplements and getting healthy and staying happy. And that's really hard to do. I'm sure you all know. And I have to just say, because I've had a lot of you reach out to me, and so many people have made the same comment that they're like, oh, you just seem to have it all together. How do you do it? Oh my gosh, I so don't. I really, really don't. I have a lot of help. I take antidepressants. Without them, I would be an emotional wreck all the time. I'm not saying you have to be on them, but for me, like, I have to be on them. And then caffeine, and just, I found a sitter, some sitters that help me with my kids that can handle it. And so it allows me to work. I'm a hairstylist. And so it gives me little breaks here and there where I can kind of step away and be myself, do what I love. And you're also seeing, like, remember, like, social media is such a pitfall. Like, you're seeing me after I've gotten ready and done my makeup and my hair most of the time. And I'm kind of an artistic person anyway, so I like make sure the lighting is good and different things when I'm doing videos, unless it's like in the moment and I'm videotaping Jace. But for the most part, for these little talks, you're seeing like a teeny tiny glimpse at me, and I am trying to make myself look good. So I probably look a lot better on the surface than I am underneath. I promise you, I yell at my kids. I promise you, I fall apart. I promise you, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning Googling and trying to figure things out. I cry. I, often don't get ready and wear sweats to the grocery store. And, I'm a mom and I do all of those things too. I should probably keep it more real, but I am also, care about what I look like and want to give the best image possible, but don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by it. You see people on social media or even your just friends and family, and you think, oh, their life is so easy, but everybody has their battles. This is one thing I figured out, is that everybody is fighting a battle that you don't know about, or maybe you know about, but you don't understand the depth of it. And I think Pandas and Pans has given me a huge wake-up call to the judgments of people and what people think when they see a kid having a tantrum, or they see a mom that seems hysterical, or oh, they never do their hair or get ready. And, just there's so many things that people judge each other on that I think is just it's not good for anybody, you know? And even if you see people and you're judging them the good way, you know, you're saying, oh my gosh, they always look put together and their kids always look amazing. And, you know, like, you don't know what's going on in their life. And that could be a complete cover up. And they don't want to know, they don't want people to know what's going on in their life. Some people are more private and don't blast it on YouTube like I do. But don't be fooled. I think that is just doing yourself a disservice, and emotionally, you know, don't take other people's edited version and compare it to your raw cut version of your life, because it's just unfair. So, yeah, I fall apart and I have emotional issues and I take medication and have a lot of help and a support system and amazing doctors that took a long time to find. By the way, like, it was not easy to find doctors that would support us and believe that Jace has PANS. And we're still on that journey of, yeah, we found these doctors that we love, but we're still not treating. We got the IVIG because of that amazing grant. Unfortunately, it didn't work in the 6 IVIG sessions that we could afford. But that doesn't make me think that there's no hope. I'm still hopeful that there are other treatments out there, immunotherapy treatments and things. We're just not there with our doctors yet. And so I'm going to do what I can in the meantime. And we still see our doctors regularly, at least once a month, kind of alternate through a neurologist, a psychiatrist, and our pediatrician we see all the time. So, I'll just keep pushing and hoping for the best, and, don't expect for it to happen overnight. And if a doctor is dismissive or demeaning, move on. It's not worth your time, and it's not worth your emotional stress to dwell on it, or to, I have doctors that I've seen in the past that I want to go back and be like, see, I told you so, but it does nobody good, honestly. And to think about it does me no good emotionally. And that's another thing I've learned is, let go of the stuff you can't control. I'm still learning this. Let go of the stuff you can't control and focus on what you can control. So anyway, I hope you guys are all finding answers and surviving and can find happiness enjoying the journey. And thanks for watching Jace's journey. I hope that it helps people. I hope it spreads awareness. Please share it with people and help other people find awareness. And make sure that you watch Nightline and 2020 tonight, the Pandas and Pads segment. And if you miss it, watch it online. So anyway,